Today we're going to be filming a fishing video, and this one's a little bit different because we have 3 days of premium active. We have full tier 8 and an avalonian fishing rod, the pork pie. We're going to be seeing how long it takes to fill a tier 8 fishing journal, and we're going to be doing it in yellow zone, just regular mists, not uncommon, not rare, not legendary. And I've got a little fancy timer on the screen here. And we're going to start the timer as soon as that I load into this wisp, if the statue won't beat me up. Let's try to get in there without disturbing the anniversary statue there. And we'll let the timer begin here. Let's see how long this takes to fill. And start. So I've made very little mistakes during fishing. There was a few times I accidentally right-clicked in the middle of fishing, which cancels your fishing. There was at one point my cat did something weird and I looked away from the screen too long and lost the fish. Other than that, just a few miscasts, nothing too crazy. I would say less than 10 mistakes in the entire hour. And at one point I did have to stretch my hand for maybe about, like, I don't know, a minute. But other than that, the only other things that I did is I did go after a few missed treasures, which I did get. We won't factor that into the total, but it's way more profitable to get those treasures. Which is funny because I managed to grab them before other players showed up and started PvPing. Very cool stuff. That's what a normal player would do with Mists anyways, go after the treasures. But all in all, this is probably one of the better fishing, experiences. Alright, and there it is, 52 minutes and 52 seconds. We filled the journal, which is worth 130k. It's actually 150k on the market right now. But I have laborers that I'm going to use. So we're going to see how much more profit we can make than the 130k. I'm going to go ahead and continue fishing for 7 more minutes, just so you can get the fishing per hour numbers. And don't you worry, I'm going to separate anything that I gathered or any chests that I open here in the mists away from the fishing total, so that you get an accurate count of what you can expect to fish with tier 8 equipment in a tier 5 yellow zone mist. These videos are not fun because fishing is very tedious and the most boring thing you can do with this game, in my opinion. It also hurts the hell out of my hand because I have a razor death adder, I guess. I don't know, but fishing is really not for me. If you enjoy it, go for it. And that is 1 hour of fishing. Let's see how much we earned. What we're going to do now is, and yes, I was fishing in a PvP little circle there. A little risky, but we did get a treasure. Now, I will count the treasure that we fished up as part of the money. It's not much, it's only 4 of these, it's like 3,000 silver, whoop-de-doo. But it still counts because we did fish it up. The rest, I'll sort that here in a bit. And we're not going to count journey back costs or anything silly like that. So yeah, it's we'll see how much we made. And then I'm going to estimate the cost of the journal and all that kind of fun stuff too. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the journal on a tier 8 guild hall just to show you how much more or how much less you can get from the journal itself. Most of the time, I break even on them whenever I try it out, but I'll show you the results anyway. It's going to take me, it's like 22 real life hours to pass, so I'm going to have to delay the video a bit. 5,500 silver on the repairs of just punching things and fishing, I guess. Not too bad. And the way we'll do this is we're going to go to the island and throw everything that we fished into an empty chest. That way we can see its value. So let's go do that right now. Here we are at an empty chest. Estimated market value is 0, and we're going to throw the fish in there. Let's see, fish, and the 4 treasures. So we fished up in 1 hour. That really sucks. About 600k. Not even 600k, right? And then if the journal here is worth, it says 130k, so technically 727k. This is with premium, and this is yeah, that's with pork pie and tier 5 mists. So that's really not good. That is actually terrible. I can make this amount of silver in half the amount of time with no hand cramps and no focus. As in, for fishing you have to pay attention to the game. But for, like, stone gathering, you don't. You can just watch anime and movies and not give a shit. And you just do the same loop over and over again. So, that's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Fishing is absolutely some of the worst. And you may be thinking, well, the market right now is really good. The market's really good right now because everyone got 5 days of premium, and it's a fame week, so everyone's eating tons of fish to level up their fishing. So yes, if I sell it right now, I will get a little bit more, but let's go ahead and throw this journal into a laborer here at 143.5%. If I removed a bunch of laborers, I can push it to 150 because there's a furniture limit, but that's close enough. I think that's good. And that's going to take this gentleman right here. Or are these girls? I don't know. Yeah, Agnes, Gunilda, Denise, Eunice, wow, Sybil. Yeah, there's another Denise there. Alice. Okay, yeah, these are girls. These aren't lads. Anyway, so 22 hours. I will see you guys then, and we'll get a total on all this stuff here. It has been over 22 hours now. Let's see where we're at. Now, I want to mention that the estimated market value did go up slightly from yesterday. So we're going to go with that new amount, and this is because people bought a bunch of fish. Again, you can see it's still the same amount of fish on the screen. I didn't change anything. It's just a day passed, the market's adjusted. Here's our new amount, 603,000. The Tier 8 Journal has an average market history of 150,000 in Bridgewatch and most towns in the last 4 weeks. So that means we farmed 753,000 technically, if you just sell the journal, right? Alright, so let's grab our prize here, and we got nothing too crazy it looks like, but let's see how much this generated. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm going to hit take all. Let's see what we get. 159,000 is what we ended up with. So we're going to throw all of this now into the chest and get our new total. If we use the laborer, hey, look at that. We earn 9,000. Well, is it? No, it's not even actually 9,000. Alright. With laborer, it's now 762k. But I think we can improve those numbers even more, or at least we can try to. So what we're going to do now is we're going to chop up some of the lower tier fish. This is from the comment section of the last fishing video I did. They told me all non-rare fish below tier 7, chop them up. So let's go do that right now and see if we profit. Now, last time I did a fishing per hour video, I just chopped everything, and of course we lost money. But here, we're at the butcher now, and I'm going to break it up. So we have 149 perch here, Albion perch. This is a common Albion freshwater fish. 66.7 thousand is its worth. We're going to chop up the perch now. We're going to go to chopped fish, and we want to find the perch. There it is. We make 447. Now, this does not cost any money to chop. It's completely free, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop it. And let's see if we make any money here. So it looks like we do make a little bit of money. So that 66.7k became 76.2k. Let's pop that bad boy on the screen. And that is 76.2k. So yes, we just earned 10,000 silver. Not bad. Next up, we have the blue scale pike. This is a tier 4 common fish. It says a common Albion freshwater fish. Let's chop that bad boy up. Here it is. That's going to be 612 chopped fish. So we're going to go ahead and hit craft, and then we're going to sort 612 of those separately and see how much that's worth. So let's go 612, split that up, and this stack of, let's close those. This stack is worth 104k, so again, we're still winning, but only by a little bit. But it is free, 104k, there we go. Which I would like to actually keep track of, hold on. That was 614 chopped, and the other one was, I'll have to look at the footage. Now we have 157 spotted trout. This is, again, common freshwater fish. Let's go to the chopping table, and we're going to get 942 of these. And no, you can't focus chop these. There's no way to increase this, to my knowledge. So here we go, 942 chopped. Let's get it on the screen here and see if we win or lose. Let's see, 947. I believe that's the number, chopped. And then we're going to take 947, split that, and see what that's 162k, so that's actually a pretty good win right there. That's not bad. So far, so good. We're increasing our value. Now, the rest of the remaining common fish we have are from the laborer reward, so you would not get these to chop, technically, if you did not have a laborer. But the other fish, totally. I think a little bit of that was added from the laborer as well, so it's not entirely exact. But let's do strongfin salmon. There's only 5, so I'm not going to bother to really put it up on the screen. Let's go. No, don't want to. Here we go. What is that? Strongfin salmon. So, apparently that's 40 chopped fish. We're at 793k. Let's see if we win or lose. 793k. It stayed the same. So that was a break even. And then we have bright scale Xander, which somewhere here. Can we chop bright scale Xander? There it is. Bright scale Xander. And again, this is a common freshwater fish. We're at 793k. Let's chop it. 794k. We got 1,000 from that. So right now we are sitting at 794,000. Here is where we are currently sitting. We have, if you fish and then, you have a laborer and you chop the common below tier 7, that means we make 794,000 silver per hour. And yes, that includes selling the journal for 30,000. So it's still not good enough for me, though. Let's turn our chopped fish into fish sauce the smart way and see if we can bump those numbers up. So here is the math from estimated market values. We have regular fish sauce. The chopped is 2.5k. The seaweed is 400. So it rounded up to 3,000. The fish sauce is only 2.8. So yeah, that sucks. And here's the thing: when you as a chef, when you use fish sauces, when you focus refine, you don't get these back. They are not returned to you ever. So there's no real way to actually like turn a profit from just fish sauces. At least it really depends on the market. Now, it is, crafting month. It is, premium. So I'm going to have to go check the actual markets and get some real numbers here. But all three of these are a loss. I just forgot to write it on special. You can see 23k plus 3k would be 26.4k. So we lose 1.4k if we refine it. But let's go check the market. Okay, lads, we've done it. Here is the final results of fishing for 1 hour in Tier 5 Common Yellow Zone Mists. It's not pretty. I did the math of the current market value, not estimated, not 4-week market averages, just the current influx of the market. So again, this is high risk and numbers aren't exact, but one chopped is 186, one seaweed 370. So these are the costs to make a basic, a fancy, and a special. Well, that's what they're going for on the market. And then the cost to create the basic, fancy, and special are listed in the middle here, and how much profit we make if we make those. So obviously making the special sauce is the biggest profit. So we can currently craft 15 special sauces with the current ingredients that we have, which means we profit an additional 23,000 for just clicking a few things on a crafting bench. So this means that our estimated market value of 794 plus the 23,000 we would earn converting it to sauces makes us 817,000 silver per hour if you meet all of these requirements. You have to fish in the mists with a full tier 8 avalonian rod and gear. Most players don't have that. You need a pork pie active, you need premium active, you need a tier 8 laborer with the proper furniture and all that stuff, and you have to do the fish chopping math, and you have to do the fish sauce math. That's a lot of work for 817,000 silver per hour. You can make far more just mining stone. I have a video possibly out before this one about that. It might be after this one. I don't know my video upload schedule, but I did film a video where I made like 1.5 million just farming tier 2 stone. I'm not even joking. Go check it out. It's going to be around the time this video gets uploaded somewhere. So fishing, absolute garbage waste of time. My main complaint with fishing is that it cramps your hand. You have to watch the little fishing bobber to successfully fish. You have to listen for the fishing bobber. This means you can't play loud streams, anime, or music, or movies. You can't really watch movies while you fish because you have to watch the fishing bobber, so your eyes aren't on a movie. Whereas when you're gathering stone, I'm just clicking the big gray, brown, circles on one monitor, and I'm watching, some other movie on the other monitor. Whatever. It's effortless. It keeps me entertained. Fishing is a pain in the ass. It's a pain in my hands. When you get older, your hands are going to cramp from doing constant fishing little mini games and games like this. I don't recommend fishing. I don't recommend you level fishing. If you are currently leveling fishing, don't see it all the way to the end like I did. It's a waste of money. If I could go back in time, I would have never touched fishing at all. Don't do it. Okay, the only time fishing will ever be good in this game is if they completely and fully destroy all the bots in the game. Even if there's like a handful of bots doing it, it ruins the fishing economy. Unlike East, where it took like entire blobs of bots to ruin gathering economies, just a handful of fishing bots will ruin it in each and every town. Don't do it. The only time you should ever really truly fish in this game is if you're some daredevil that wants to go fish in the tier 7 zones or tier 8 zones, or if you're in a guild that can protect you while you fish, but even then your life already sucks because you're in a guild. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I'm Soul Benji. Hopefully you found this video informative. Make sure you like the video because that helps out. Redditors really hate when I report on this stuff because they want to brainwash you into fishing for them so that they can have cheap fish prices. So they try to suppress people like me by telling... there's a Redditor right now telling people to, like, falsely report my videos as misinformation. Bro, that stuff's, like, for, like medical stuff and political stuff. Here's the thing, if you false report people on YouTube, your reporting power goes to 0 because they're false reports. And so if you actually report a channel that's actually breaking rules, the algorithm will ignore it because it thinks that you're just hate reporting, which is what that is. But other than that, leave a comment because I read every single comment. I have no social life. Subscribe so I can get to the 100,000, milestone, and I don't know, that'll really make me happy, right? Also, on the right side of your screen is a video you should absolutely click. If you don't click that video, then your shoes are going to get wet next time you go outside.